Hello, now retailers, and welcome to our monthly series of 30-minute educational webinars from Now Foods. My name is Susan Valakis, and I'm the Training Development Coordinator for our online retailer training program, Now Productology, which I hope you are all familiar with, but if not, you'll receive a follow-up email with information about the program because that's where this webinar will be available for replay. Today we'll be talking about several new products from Now that we introduced in the first quarter of this year. And we hope that this presentation will help you better understand these products so that you'll be well equipped to answer questions that you may receive when you're in the aisle. Our presenter today is Tammy Mish. Tammy has been in the industry for 20 years with 18 years in retail as a manager and nutrition educator. She received her Certified Nutritionist Certificate from the National Institute of Nutritional Education in 2000, and she's also a Certified Metabolic Typing Advisor. Tammy recently moved into her current position on the Now Foods Product Information Nutrition team, where she shares her knowledge and answers questions from retailers, consumers, and practitioners from around the world. So with that, I extend a warm Now Foods welcome to all of our retailers, and I thank you for being here with us. And it is now my pleasure to welcome our speaker, Tammy Mish.
Thank you, Sue, and thank you everyone for joining us today. Today we'll be covering 3 new products that we've launched in the first quarter of this year. We're going to cover the Amino Power Pre-Workout, the Women's Probiotic, and the Respiratory Care Probiotic. I need to move my slide here. So we're going to start with the Amino Power Pre-Workout. This is a nice combination of specific amino acids and botanicals that may help with energy as well as supporting muscle recovery during and after your workout. We're going to start with the branched-chain amino acids. We've included 3,700 milligrams BCAAs per serving. Branched-chain amino acids are widely used for supporting muscle growth, muscle recovery, and muscle retention. BCAAs consist of 3 specific aminos, leucine, isoleucine, and valine. These make up approximately 30% of our muscle tissue, so very important that we have these. We've included 1,000 milligrams of L-carnitine per serving. L-carnitine is commonly included in weight management formulas due to its ability to aid fatty acid metabolism. Beta-alanine is in here at 2,000 milligrams, which may help to delay muscle fatigue and promote recovery. This supports the circulation. Be aware, though, that this may cause a flushing effect similar to niacin. We do have a caution on our label as well, so do make sure the customer is aware of that because if they take it home and they're not aware of that possible flushing, they may think that they're having a negative reaction to it. So this would generally subside after several uses, though. Okay. Let's see here. L-arginine is involved in the body's natural production of nitric oxide, which also helps to support healthy circulation. We've included 1,000 milligrams per serving. We do have some naturally occurring caffeine at 50 milligrams. This is coming from the green tea extract as well as the green coffee bean extract. We've included the green tea extract and the green coffee bean extract due to their free radical scavenging abilities. We have them at 50 milligrams each in the formula. As we exercise, of course, we naturally produce more free radicals, and so that's why those are in there. Be sure to follow all cautions listed on the label. You know, anybody taking medication certainly must talk with their physician before starting any supplement program. Really want to be cautious about anybody that is taking medications, particularly for blood pressure. This is not for those individuals, but of course anybody taking medications whatsoever need to talk to their doctor before starting this. We We do have 2 suggested usage. Most people are going to take this product as a pre-workout, so taking it before their workout. But some people, that may be having a strenuous exercise regimen may feel the need to take it as a post-workout as well. So we do have directions for that as well.
Tammy, before you go on, I did get a couple questions from our audience, so that's probably an appropriate time to take them because they regard this product. But the first question is, can my teenager take this?
Oh, well, I would not suggest that. This is designed for an adult. Children, including teenagers, certainly may have a different metabolism. But yeah, anytime when it comes to kids, even teenagers, I always want to talk to the doctor. So I would say no.
Okay. And we had another question. Is this product WADA compliant?
Ooh, WADA, that's a good question there. WADA is, it stands for the World Anti-Doping Agency, and this is an agency followed by professional athletes, that have to get drug testing done for steroid use or performance-enhanced type drugs. So they're getting their blood test done. Some college athletes, as well as I think some high school athletes may even be doing this as well. But there's a list of substances that are banned from use for these athletes. I don't believe that any of the ingredients in this formula fall within the banned list, but I certainly would encourage anybody that needs to take a drug test for their athletic performance to double check that list first. I will tell you, though, that we test our products. So whatever is on that label, that's what's in the product. Not only are we testing those ingredients for purity, potency, heavy metals, and other contaminants, but we also test for adulterants. Adulterants are added substances that are not labeled or that should not be in there. So we are testing for that, just so that you're aware that you are getting what we say that you're getting, and you're not getting anything more. Anyway.
Okay, very good. That's all the questions we have on this product.
Okay, thank you, Sue. All right, so moving on to the women's probiotic formula. Let's see here. We've included 3 specific clinically studied probiotic strains in this formula: Bifidobacterium lactis, HN019, Lactobacillus rhamnosus, HN001, and Lactobacillus acidophilus, LA14. You will notice each strain has a registered identification number, that HN019, HN001, and LA14. This is very important because this specific registered strain has been used in clinical studies. We're not using simply a generic or general strain here. We're using clinically validated strains. Okay, so that's very important. Just as beneficial microbes support the gastrointestinal tract, there are microbes, particularly lactobacilli, that play an important role in the maintenance of a healthy vaginal status. You will notice that I've included references to studies on many of the following pages. If you'd like to read into the study a little bit more, just copy-paste that onto Google, and that'll take you to the full study for your reference. Lactobacilli produce lactic acid as well as hydrogen peroxide. This helps maintain a healthy vaginal pH, which is slightly acidic, approximately 3.8 to 4.5 pH there. This may also provide some protection against undesirable microbes from colonizing. Very important that we have proper pH, as we know, in the GI tract, but also in the vagina as well. So. this study had shown that the LA14 acidophilus and the HN001 L. rhamnosus, along with bovine lactoferrin, increased vaginal colonization just after 7 days of supplementation. So it can actually colonize fairly quickly. So not only does lactobacilli support vaginal health, it may also aid in calcium absorption. In this study, fermenting calcium-fortified soy milk with various lactobacilli probiotic can potentially enhance the calcium bioavailability. The study went on to say that the increase of calcium solubility observed was related to lowered pH associated with the production of lactic and acetic acids. Again, I have those studies, that reference to the study there. Bifidobacteria, I can't talk now. Bifidobacterium lactis, HN019, may decrease whole gut transit time, aiding in healthy elimination. This strain may also reduce the frequency of occasional abdominal discomfort and bloat. You'll find this strain we also include in our clinical GI formula. Okay. Now, in this study, on pregnant women, they were supplemented with either HN001 or HN019. The study has shown these may support healthy immune markers in the breast milk. Of course, infants are born without beneficial microbes. They're born basically sterile, and they naturally obtain the bacteria from passing through the vagina and through breast milk. So very important that mom has a good supply of these beneficial bacteria here. Okay. In this study, it was shown that the B-lactis HN019 will not induce nor aggravate an autoimmune response. Of course, we get lots of questions from our customers asking, oh my gosh, okay, I have an autoimmune disease, is this going to aggravate it? At least we could say that the HN019 will not. So some strain characteristics. These strains are hardy strains and have been shown to survive well through the stomach acid and bile salts, actually greater than 90% survival rate. Colonization within 7 days. These are very well studied strains. They're very safe and well tolerated, and many published reviews as well.
And Tammy, if you're at the tail end of this, someone wanted to know, because most probiotics do require refrigeration, does this one need to be refrigerated as well?
Well, we suggest refrigeration after open. That's what we state on our label. They are very hardy strains. I do encourage retailers to merchandise it in your refrigeration section, your cooler, if possible. But they are shelf stable, but make sure that they are refrigerated once opened.
Okay. And I have another question here. I don't know if you can answer it or not, but someone wants to know, can this be taken to treat a vaginal infection?
Well, as I'm sure you're all aware with DSHEA, what we're legally able to say, no, this is not meant to be used to treat an infection, and we do not make any claims for that use. This is meant to support a healthy vaginal status. So if somebody has an infection, we certainly want to encourage them to see their physician for that.
Okay, thank you. No more questions.
Okay. So moving on to the respiratory care probiotic. This was formerly known as our clinical probiotic immune. Some of you may be familiar with that. We've included two specific clinically validated strains in here, the Lactobacillus acidophilus NCFM and the Bifidobacterium lactis BL04. Okay. So, like I said, formerly our clinical probiotic immune formula. These are clinically validated strains. There's 12 billion cultures per capsule. This helps to balance seasonal immune response. Acid and bile resistance, again, this is also greater than 90% survival through the stomach acid and bile salts. This is room temperature stable. However, we do suggest refrigeration after you open it. And this is also a vegetarian vegan product. Okay, so the NCFM is the most clinically studied probiotic strain. This is a study actually conducted on children, so quite safe for children. And what they did is they took 214 healthy children that were attending a child care center. Average age was 4 years old. 104 of the children took a placebo, compared to 110 children took the Lactobacillus acidophilus NCFM. They were taking 5 billion cultures twice a day for a 6-month period. And then they were evaluated for the incidence of systemic or respiratory immune symptoms. And here are the results. So you'll see there's a significant reduction in both systemic immune challenges and specific respiratory challenges within the supplement group. The supplement group you'll see here in the red, oh, I get my marker here, in the red, compared to the placebo group in the blue there. You'll see only 28% of the supplement group acquired systemic immune challenges, whereas 64% of the placebo group acquired systemic immune challenges. So, and that's pretty much the same with the respiratory system challenges comparison. So, quite significant. Quite significant. Okay. In this study, they had taken volunteers who were given an oral vaccination. Vaccinations, of course, and I know there's lots of controversy on vaccines, but the purpose or the intent of taking a vaccine is to stimulate an antibody response, to build your immune system, to make these antibodies to fight whatever invader that they're targeting. So in this study, they taken orally vaccinated volunteers. The volunteers were then divided into two groups. We were either given the BL04 or a placebo. The group that were supplemented with the BL04 strain has shown a faster response as compared to the placebo group. So they actually had a faster response to making antibodies, which is quite impressive. Okay, so researchers have discovered that both the NCFM and the BL04 may help maintain healthy immunity during seasonal challenges. This also may help maintain and restore healthy intestinal microbiota after temporary disruptions. This has shown the ability to form a strong adhesion to the intestinal cell lining, so they can, not only are you taking it and you're not just passing it through, they're able to colonize, which is important. You want those to colonize. Produces lactic acid, supporting healthy intestinal pH, which also very important. We talked about in the women's probiotic pH in the vaginal area, but we need proper pH in the intestinal as well, so for proper absorption of our nutrients as well as maintaining healthy microbiota. Okay. So that concludes our training on these products here today. Now, if you have any questions, we're here to answer your questions. You can call the nutrition department. It's actually the product info department. You can email us at productinfo@nowfoods.com, or you can call us at 888-669-3663. Press prompt number 5. It does give you other options for customer service and such, but press prompt number 5 for product info, and any one of the nutritionists here on staff would be happy to help you with any of your product questions. I think that is back to you now, Sue.
Okay, well, thank you, Tammy. And yes, our product information team has lots of great information to share with you, so don't be afraid to call. And in fact, Tammy, you answered a question for me because I never knew if it was BI04 or BL04. So thank you very much. I know that that's an L now. So
sure.
I also want to let everyone know that our next webinar will be on essential oils and personal care. Our webinars are always on the 3rd Thursday of every month at 2 p.m. Central, so mark that down on your calendar. And you can find the registration for that at www.nowfoods.com/retailers, just as you see it on the bottom of your screen there. That's also where you'll find the Productology program. We have an excellent online education with certificates of completion. So if you want to work with your staff to get them up and running on certain categories, we have a wide variety of information to choose from. So I encourage you to go to our retailer portal, get registered, and get involved in that education program. That's also where you will find the replay of this webinar if you want to listen to it again or you want to share it with your staff. So again, 3rd Thursday of every month for our live webinars, and we hope to have you back on the line with us on April the 20th. So thank you again, Tammy, and thank you to all of our retailers for taking time out of your busy day to be with us this afternoon. And we'll see you again next month.
Thank you, everyone.